I just read about this really cool guy. His name is Old Tom Parr, and he grew up or lived in England. I don't know where he grew up in the 1600s. And what's unique about this guy is he lived to be 152 years old. You ever heard about that? He's biblical. Who lives that long? The funny thing about it, though, is that his first marriage was when he was 80 years old. Imagine that, 80 years old in his first marriage. His second marriage was 122 years old. My guess is he outlived both his wives, right? But what's unique about this is that this is one of those things where, nobody thinks they're going to live that long because it's really not happened before, except for in the 1600s. And a lot of people don't even know about him. I just found out about him. But when we expect to retire, a lot of us don't think we're going to live that long. Or the most common one that I hear is couples telling me that they plan that they're going to go together, right? Well, I know a couple that planned that, and the one died first, so that didn't go real well. Now he has to wait till it's his time. But the idea here is that a lot of people don't think about the longevity risk of our retirement, because there comes a time where you're not going to want to work anymore because you've put your dues in, and sometimes there's a point where physically you're not able to work anymore. So what are you doing in your plan to plan or prepare for longevity risk? Longevity risk is one of those things that's not really talked about that much, and that's why I'm bringing this up, because the average person, see, back when Social Security was created, the life expectancy of the average male was 62 years old. And the reason Social Security came up with that number of 62 was the earliest you can retire is because of that. But what's happened throughout the years is now the average age is 85 years old of life expectancy, that is. And that's for a male. So imagine if you throw a spouse in there, now you're talking 90s. My grandmother lived to be 93 years old. So we don't know how long we're going to live. And in our retirement plan, when you're working, you're saving all this money, you're putting money away, you're working, you're making money. If you don't make enough money, you get a second job, or you build your business, or do whatever it is to make more money, and you can put more money away. But when it's time to retire, there's no way of doing that when you're retired, right? You sold your business, you left the company, and now you're living off of your 401k, which is what most people do, or you sell a piece of property and you're living off that money, or you have property and you're living off the income, whatever it is you're doing. But there comes a time where even if you have real estate, a lot of people don't want to have to deal with the hassles of finding renters and property taxes and whatever, all the other stuff that comes along with it. There comes a time where you just want to worry about making sure, actually not worry about making sure that you have money every month. All right. So that is what I do. And if you're interested to see if you qualify for some of these strategies that I have, send me a message by responding back to this email, or if you have my number, call me, and let's get you on the calendar and see if I can help you out with a strategy that you will never outlive your money.